Today it's all about light trails in the forest. It's magical, it's ethereal, and...
It smells of cow poo.
All right, don't ruin it, lad. We're in the heart of Cheshire and we're searching for fairies.
You'll be telling me next they don't exist.
Don't you dare. If you don't know us, I'm Rachel, he's Wills, and we are Postcard and a Pint. Go on, tell us where you are.
We're at Luminate Arley Hall. Now, we have been here before, and last time we were here, it was Harry Potter's Forbidden Forest. Today, it's Luminate. Let's see what this is all about.
A car parking space is £5, and then it's off to Luminate. It's certainly illuminating so far. Then you check in at this little kiosk. We had pre-booked online. Then it's down the path to the start of the attraction and the beginning of your adventure. This walk takes about 3 minutes, and then you're at the entrance to Luminate. Like all good adventures, it starts with food. There are plenty of food trucks offering a lot of very tasty snacks, a lovely coffee hut, and of course a bar. There's a seating area and a few kids' rides. With everyone fed and watered, it must be time to enter the forest and Luminate. And look at this, a talking tree.
Oh, my leaves and branches. Visitors. How delightful. Listen closely and you might hear mischievous fairies fluttering about.
I've always wanted to see a fairy.
Now, before you go, let me share a joke to start your journey with a smile.
Oh, well, it can't be worse than Wills's.
What did the tree say to the lumberjack?
I don't know.
I'm falling for you.
It's me.
Yes, only a lot less wooden. Now back to the magically illuminated forest, complete with lighty up steppy stones. I'm easily entertained. There is something so otherworldly about lights in a forest. It was superbly supernatural, but I didn't see any fairies. It was quite the multi-sensory experience, and we really enjoyed the music that accompanied the installations we were seeing. You can't beat lasers with a bit of haze in the air. First installation complete, and it was on to these pretty fairy lights. Are you enjoying yourself, Wills? Champion, and you, Rach? Seem to be having a very good time too. It was onwards through this whimsical woodland. And what's that? You wore white trainers, Rach, you absolute tool. Through the ethereal archway. Ruined only by you two. Then it was out the other side and into more beautifully illuminated forests and a mistletoe booth. Oh, go on then. Christmas baubles lay scattered on the floor. Children swung in illuminated swings. Describe this beautiful scene, Wills.
It smells of cow poo.
Thanks. To be honest, he did have a point. That bit did smell of cow poo. Now for a proper description.
I think we're about halfway round now. I'm really enjoying it. It's got kind of an adventure soundtrack, and its theme is just light, and lights in the forest are beautiful.
And at this point, you could have a wee, a mulled wine, or both, like Wills did. I didn't go for a mulled wine today. Instead, I went for a marshmallow on a stick. Thanks very much, lady. Directly opposite the huts, there are a number of fire pits where you can toast said marshmallow. This one's for me. Now let's set this bad boy on fire. And how is it? Well, burnt by the looks of it. And very tasty. And how's that mulled wine, Wills? Good, and who said you could have a go on my marshmallow? Give it back. I set it on fire a few more times. Tried not to burn my mouth or face. And finished off every last tasty morsel. It was delicious. With one last warm by the fire, it was...
Marshmallow and mulled wine break done. Onwards into the forest.
Ooh, what's this? It looks musical and interactive. Let me at it. So after watching, I deduced that it was like Wii Guitar Hero, but for a band. I'll play the keys, please.
Go on, have a go.
Well, I would have had a go if Mr. Pushing in a Bobble Hat hadn't, well, pushed in. I mean manners. And he wasn't very good. Right, move aside, kid, and let me show you how it's done. Kid on the guitar, keep up, you're lagging. Only went and nailed it. The next part of the forest was by far our favourite. Isn't that right? It was a simple concept of mirror balls and light, but looked fantastic against the night sky. We felt as though we'd stepped through the back of the wardrobe into Narnia, as the flickering lights really did look like snow. It was a blizzard of dancing lights.
It's so beautiful.
It really was. And then it was on into this section. Now, this looks like somewhere you'd find fairies, eh, Rach?
But I still haven't seen the fairies.
And I had been looking as we walked. It looked like a fairy glen with its beautiful teardrop lights. But not a fairy did we find.
You'll be telling me next they don't exist.
How very dare you. But we did find some snow, and if there's a snow machine to be had, guess who's going to play in it? This part of the forest was so colourful, I felt like I was following the yellow brick road and was definitely not in Kansas anymore. This next installation was mesmerising. It was just synchronised light patterns, but the colours and shapes that illuminated in the trees were captivating. But it was time to move on once again, in search of those elusive fairies. Unfortunately, at this point of the evening, disaster struck. Go on, Rach, tell us what happened.
We're sounding a bit different now because Wills has just dropped and broken the mic and he's very cross. But here we are in the fairy glen, but I still can't see no fairies.
Yes, we may be micless, but we finally found the fairy glen. Make a wish, count to 3, and just maybe, you'll see one. She was very magical and pretty. Are you happy, Rach?
I found one, but I'm not happy she's in a cage.
It seems that all the fairies have been put in cages. That's not on. At least there were a few that had broken free and fled the scene. This was cool though. You are encouraged to write a wish on a label and attach it to this wall so that the fairies can work their magic on your wishes. We really hope that your wish comes true and that you pass your English. These next lights reminded us of fireworks exploding in and amongst the trees. Then it was through these beautiful swaying blue light bulbs. And once again we met the trunk of tomfoolery.
Please share your memories with us. Our little pines adore seeing the world through your eyes, so post your photos on social media, for they eagerly await your tales.
We hope you like this video, Mr. Tree. And whilst we're on the whole share the love thing, if you could like this video, give us a thumbs up, give it a share and a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'd be most grateful. The last part of the experience is a wonderful musical water fountain display across the lake. Thanks, Luminate, for a truly enchanting and captivating experience. Right, after all that walking in the forest, I feel the need for a little food truck visitation. Yeah, thanks again, Luminate, but I do believe somewhere down this path, yes, this one, there are some food trucks with our names on. Ooh, pulled pork, smells lush, but not for me today, it's cheesy chips. And chips for Wills. Let's eat said chips and talk about the experience.
That was really good fun. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad I'm having my tea now. And you might be asking, where's the sausage? Well, no sausage for 2 days because I've had my tooth out today and I've got a sore mouth.
I ate my food and Wills played with his. Go on, lad, your review.
I really enjoyed that. That was so good. I really annoyed at myself for dropping my phone and breaking my mic. I broke the little end bit on the insert. But it was great.
There was time for one last selfie. And how are those white trainers doing? Ugh.
That's us all done at Illuminate. We'll see you back home for a catch-up.
We're back, and wasn't that lovely? You cannot beat
A tramp in the woods.
a walk in the wood with all that light. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was lovely.
So beautiful. Very different to Harry Potter that we did 2 years ago.
Yeah, the Harry Potter was based on Harry Potter,
Harry
believe it
Potter
or not,
stories.
in the same place
We've
in
got
Arley
a
Hall.
vlog about that. You can check that out.
Yeah.
That was a lot more immersive. There was a lot more sections to it, but it was also twice the price,
that's
if
true.
not more. We
Yeah.
paid £20.50 each for this one.
Plus the £5 car park,
And a
plus
booking fee.
Yeah.
And well worth it, I
it
thought.
was
I mean,
lovely.
they say 45 minutes to go round. We took an hour and a half.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
over an hour, sorry.
We did it quicker than the Harry Potters, but yeah, it was lovely. It was
Yeah.
really, really nice.
Do you have any favourite bits?
Oh, tell you what did annoy me a little bit,
Okay.
actually. I don't know if you know, well, you're bound to have noticed.
This is not a favourite bit.
This is not a favourite bit. When we film with the iPhone, because basically we film with iPhone and GoPro most of the time, and when we film with the iPhone, iPhone, especially in low light, you get like a upside down image of light,
Yeah.
like a strange reflection thing, which
there's
is
a few of
really
them.
annoying. So there's loads of those, which is really disappointing. The reason we don't use the GoPros because A, I think it's a bit faulty at the moment, ever since Sitges with the fireworks, and B, it's not particularly good at low
No,
light.
it
And the
really
iPhone's
isn't.
slightly better in low light.
What is a good camera at low light?
Yeah, do tell us.
Drop it in the comments. We were having this discussion in the car. We need to know because we need to get a new camera.
Is the little DJI, is it Osmo, is it?
Yeah.
The little tiny
Is that
thing on the
good
stick,
in
is
low
that
light?
good?
And what was even worse about the night?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, it's quite muddy. What was worse?
You broke your...
Oh, yeah, I broke the mic. on the mic attachment, the little receiver that plugs into the phone, the little lightning. Oh, not good.
Oh, I like the fairies.
They were good.
I didn't like them in cages, but I understand why they have to be in cages, and that's because...
Well, it's because that's how they
Do the illusion. Yeah.
Basically, what I think it is, there's a tablet, an iPad or a tablet in the base of the cage, and then just like the old Victorian theatre illusion, Pepper's Ghost,
yeah.
there's an angular piece of perspex or glass
Yeah.
in the cage, and it's reflected on, and it's pretty cool.
It's very clever. It's
Old
a very,
technology,
very
but
old trick, that.
very cool.
But very, very cool indeed.
Yeah.
Right, shall we sum this up?
We probably should.
If you'd like this video, that would be great.
If you'd hit that button, give us a like.
Like.
Apparently, likes are
Yeah.
really good and
help us
good
out.
for us. So
Really help us
a like.
out. Drop us a comment, either about a light trail if you've been on one.
Yeah.
And
Or just to say hello.
I'd say hello and tell us what camera we need to go and get for
Yeah,
low
yeah,
light.
yeah.
Anyway, well, let's round this up as we say.
In Postcard and the Pint, cheers to the good times. What you use to drain your veg at Christmas?
I don't know.
An advent colander.
Oh.